once again, welcome to our special interview series on decoding offer shopping by OfferDecline. In today's discussion, once again, we will delve into this one of the biggest challenges that organizations and recruiters are facing during the hiring process, and we will also try to explore promising solutions that can help mitigate this issue. I'm your host Deepthi, and I'm glad to have you join us today. Before we dive into the discussion, let me provide you once again with a brief overview of OfferDecline, this esteemed platform that aims to address the challenges of offer decline. As we all know, it can be disheartening for recruiters and organizations when candidates initially accept job offers but later decline them, that resulting in substantial financial losses and wasted resources. Offer Decline has recognized this challenging and this recurring problem and developed an innovative platform that empowers organizations and recruiters to effectively deal with this offer decline. Through this platform, recruiters and organizations can now share crucial information about candidates who have previously declined offers, which enabling them to make informed decisions before extending new job offers. This invaluable resource allows recruiters and organizations to prevent potential candidates from taking them for a ride. By leveraging the power of information sharing, recruiters can save their valuable time and resources while greatly improving the overall efficiency of their recruitment process. Offer declines serve as a collaborative space where recruiters can gather insights and enhance their decision making process, ultimately leading to better outcomes for both recruiters and candidates. Today, I have the privilege of discussing this groundbreaking challenge with our esteemed guest, Mr. Amitabh Chaturvedi, who is the General Manager Talent Acquisition at Credex Technology. With his vast experience and expertise in this field, we are excited to gain valuable insights into the challenges and potential solutions related to the offer decline and the candidate offer shopping. So, without further ado, let's jump into the discussion. Thank you, Mr. Amitabh Chaturvedi, for joining us today. Before going us into the detailed discussion, I and the viewers are keen to know about your journey in the industry.
Thank you. So, thanks, Deepthi, for this wonderful opportunity to talk on this platform called OfferDecline. The topic itself is something which bothers us as HR and talent acquisition professionals very much, that they don't let us sleep at night. So I have around about 20 years of experience. I am an MBA graduate from Lucknow University, and I have worked with services companies. I have worked with a consulting company, and also I have worked with a product development company. I was with Oracle India for around about 5 years, and I have worked with Intel Information Technologies for around about 10 years. And since last 7 years, I am associated with company Credex Technology, and my prime role here is managing talent acquisition, giving candidates and candidate experience, offer negotiation, and onboarding them. And it also includes vendor management, and also includes to minimize the cost per hire. And we started with a very small number. We started with 10 people, and now we are approximately 350 people in our Noida center, and still expanding.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Amita. We greatly appreciate your presence and eagerly look forward to your thoughts and expertise on this critical topic. So, here is my first question to you. How do you approach the negotiations with candidates who have multiple job offers on the table?
Okay, so I will talk about my personal experiences over the last 20 years, wherein I would have hired around about 10,000 candidates till now. Uh, the One of my hiring managers in Oracle, I will be giving a very small and brief example. So, while I was in Oracle, I had a hiring manager who used to sit on the fifth floor, and I used to sit on the ground floor. And there was a position which was open for a long time, and I was not able to go that position. So, my boss, who was heading the Asia Pacific for Oracle, he called me and wanted to understand what the reason is. And he asked me how many times you have missed, how many times you have met your hiring manager, and I told him that we only talk over phone and we have not met yet. And he said, "Here's the problem: go and meet him first, and it's a two-way process. Your hiring manager has to fall in love with you as a recruiter, and you as a recruiter has to fall in love with your hiring manager." So that mantra I have kept it till now, and this is what I have reversed it towards the candidate. So first of all, before talking about anything about the role, responsibilities, package, first the recruiter has to fall in love with the candidate, and the candidate has to fall in love with the recruiter, and then hence on it starts the further processes. First is need identification. What is the don't I personally have never worked as a recruiter, typical recruiter. So first of all, I check on the need. What is the need of the candidate, and how we as a company can fulfill that need. And then if and that can be relative. So someone priority would be a big brand, someone's priority would be money, someone's priority would be technical role. So that is how I mold my discussion. And first of all, I try to identify the need and then move ahead and sell him the opportunity. Either it's a company, either it's a brand, either it's a package, or either it's a role. And then negotiation starts from there. So negotiation, the myth here is amongst the recruiter and the candidates is the negotiation is only about CTC. So it's not about CTC. It may be 20% or 25%, but rest 75% negotiation is on various aspects.
Great. So I like this mantra that the recruiter also has to fall in love with the candidate, and candidate also have to fall in love with the recruiter or the organization. This is really great. And of course, negotiation is just not about the CTC, but it covers a lot of things when the recruiters start the discussion. So can you share some of the challenges you have faced while navigating the offer shopping process and how you overcame them?
So primarily the challenge here is so as a recruiter, I have also followed this mantra of being honest with myself and being honest with the candidates also. Uh, the major challenge here comes up is that there's a lack of transparency from the candidate towards the recruiter towards the company. Suppose even if while going through the entire interview process, if there is anything which the candidate has not liked, or which is bothering him, or which he feels is not as per his growth or as per his monetary expectations, then and there only then and there only they should come and talk about that he would not like to go ahead with them. So the transparency and honesty there is something which should be there, so that the challenges as a company as a recruiter can be minimized.
Okay. So what do you suggest to the recruiters how to handle this situation in a positive manner? Yeah.
Okay, so again, the first mantra I would like to reiterate it. Both have to fall in love with each other once the first call is made. Secondly, so what I have followed is I keep a track of my candidates about their location, where do they stay. In my first meeting, I check with them who all are there in a family. I check with them what are their hobbies. I check with them what they would like to do in their free time. I check on them about their kids, about their wives, and respectively with both the males and female candidate. I check with them what is their favorite drink. I check with them what is their favorite dish, and also if they're local candidates, I also check with them which is their favorite restaurant. So after gathering all these informations, and suppose I have a time of 1 month or 2 months, I'm for mid-level positions and for senior level positions. So keeping them engaged is one thing. Giving them periodic information about the company's new development is something which keeps them engaged and keeps them attracted to the company. Wishing them on their birthday if it's in between the joining time and the offer time, either it's anniversary or it's birthday. Keeping a track on that and making them feel special and giving them that personal touch, and also meeting them once or twice over coffee, and not in that formal way. Probably it would be after office hours, or on a weekend, so that the candidate is more comfortable. And I make sure that I bring that candidate to a particular level where he comes and where he comes up and he talks about his personal problem. Suppose if he has a hitch or any particular concern, if he is coming to a mind, so I make him so open, I make him so open and so much deep into the thought process that he comes up with his actual problem, that see, everything is fine, this is the problem I'm facing, and then I probably give him the solution. And this is how trust builds up, and then probably how the candidate joins. So I'm not saying that I'm able to make, or we are able to make 100% joinings, but we have tried to reduce it tremendously. And in our company, we are able to, with this process, we are able to make join 80% of the candidates that we are. Our offer decline is less. And apart from that, we also give them a periodic updates about the clients, about the new technology that we have incorporated, about some of the new products that we are building. We also send them brochures and magazines in between. So it's engagement from offer till the joining, that has to be very strong, and that has to be with a very strong foundation, and it has to be honest and transparent.
Yes, I really like, but I have another interesting question. Many other viewers will also have the similar question that, it is okay to, I mean, it is easy to wish the, birthdays or anniversaries of the candidates, but taking them for a coffee or, calling them for a dinner. So might be organizations normally do it with the senior candidates. Senior, when I say the candidates who are on leadership position, but how we can keep engaged when we are doing the bulk hiring, when any organization, it could be like not only for IT sector, let's say telecom sector or the sales people, they do the bulk hiring, they onboard, let's say 100 or 150 candidates or so in a one go. So how recruiters can make sure that maximum number of candidates should join? How, what are the suggestions you can give to keep engaged for these recruiters who does the bulk hiring?
Okay, so that is again a good question. That is something which we have not faced to an extent, because yes, we have done volume hiring also, because in my previous organizations, at any we had joinings on two particular days, that was Mondays and Thursdays. So at any given point of day, we had at least 30-40 joinings on the both these days of the week. For larger organizations, I believe that the business unit head, the hiring managers, or the business for which these candidates are being hired, their role is more important there. So the hiring manager can assign someone from his team. Maybe he would be a senior developer or a senior lead, and then with the one HR recruiter and one HRBP person. So it can be a combination of three things: the talent acquisition, the human resource business partner, and the hiring team, which is technical team. They have to they have to form a team, and they have to bifurcate their plans and their roles to get the candidates engaged for next 1 month or 2 months. So see, what happens is many of the companies, what they think is that it's the recruiter's responsibility to get the candidate on board, which is a myth, which is not actually a correct way to get the candidates on board, because the recruiter is the first point of contact with the candidate, and then in each and every step during the entire interview process of a negotiation, of a documentation, the recruiter is only talking to the candidate. So they have already developed a relationship. Now what happens is the future employee, he also has to know his business unit, his hiring manager, and then when time to time between the, he can be the main point, he can be the fulcrum, the recruiter can be the fulcrum, and he can also schedule small 5 minutes, 10 minutes call with the hiring manager. They can talk about, in one of the week they can talk about the product, in one of the week they can talk about their clients, in one of the week they can talk about the projections or the sales that they are going to do. So it has to be team effort of the talent acquisition, the HR business partner, and the hiring manager when we are hiring in bulk. And I'm sure with this team split it into three different categories, this can be done easily. But in IT, primarily it's recruiter and the candidate, which is the applications are happening. For bulk hiring, probably companies can have that approach as well. And then if it's mass hiring, so probably something like brochures or cards can be sent. So that is something that can be a personalized thing that can be done. So primarily, it's not about the value of the card, or it's not about the value of a dinner. It's about the kind of personal touch that you want to give, and this is what a candidate needs when he's joining, because he is going to join and he's going to come to a new environment. There may be certain questions in his mind, whether he may be fitting the company culture, whether he will have his right kind of manager, whether he will have right kind of team support. So probably it's more of a human resource touch that they look for, rather than the card, or rather than the lunches and dinners and the drinks they look for. So personal touch, personal connect, and team effort of the entire hiring team is definitely going to keep the big numbers engaged and get the candidates on board.
Yes, I totally agree with your views. Personal touch, a human resource touch matters a lot. And it's not just about writing a card or wishing them a birthday, but it is the beginning of the relationship building with the candidate, which can help in making sure that candidate feels comfortable and understand what, the company is definitely going to take care of him or her. So can you speak to any specific instances where you had to get creative in order to make an offer more attractive to a candidate, and what measures do you take to ensure they have they accept it, they're accepting the offers?
Okay, so as a recruiter, there are a lot of experiences which has happened. So I will talk about one particular instance which happened some couple of years back, 4 5 years back. So when I was hiring for one of my previous organization, there was a very niche hiring that was going on. It was one of the very latest technology, and even uh, uh, either in Naukri or LinkedIn, hardly there were 10 to 12 profiles which was available there. So I found a profile and I spoke to the candidate. The first call was good, and then probably what we did was we went ahead and we went ahead with the entire interview process, and then we offered the candidate finally. 3 days before, so I still have all the dates and all the days in my mind. So Monday was joining, and Thursday the candidate said that probably he is going to take up some another offer, some around 6 or 7 p.m. So I told him, let's meet and let's discuss what is the problem that you are trying to join another company. And then I told my wife, let's go for a dinner today. We will have coffee first and then we will have dinner together. So I took my wife and we came to one of the cafe shops where I also had called my other candidate. So I made my wife sit in one of the corners, and myself and the candidate we sat in another out of the corner of the cafe, and we had 3 hours discussion. We sat around 7, and till the time we had our discussion, it was 10. Then again we came out, and I sat with the candidate on the stairs again for next 1 hour. I was trying to convince him that what is the kind of growth that he's going to have, what is the kind of role that he's going to have. Even I had increased special joining bonus and whatever was there, I had offered him. And then all of a sudden, my wife came and she said that, "Oh yeah, so chale."
Yeah.
And then this guy realized, and then this guy realized that I have come with my wife, and he was a bit embarrassed. And then I told her that we had come for a dinner, but now everything is closed. It's almost 10:45. Everything is closed, and then we ended up our meeting. And after we reached home, he said that the kind of gesture that you have given today, no matter what, which company is going to give me what, I'm going to join you coming Monday. So, see, you don't have a set formula for making a candidate join. It has to be customized. It has to be molded according to the need of the candidate, the sentiments of the candidate, the emotions of the candidate. You never know which point is going to get him touched. So this is one of the examples which has been a very interesting one in my entire career.
Yes, this is really looks very interesting, and it's a very, very kind gesture. I'm not sure how that dinner for you and your wife exactly, but ultimately you achieved your goal, and the candidate has joined your organization. That is the
So, so,
interesting
so
part
it
of it.
further continued. it further continued, and as it was Thursday, so where we had met, there was a Sai Baba Mandir there, a very big famous Sai Baba Mandir here there, and there was a bhandara happening there. So I told my wife, "Chalo, aaj khichdi khilata hu."
Ah,
भूखे नहीं निकलूंगा. And then we had the bhandara at the Sai Baba Mandir, and then finally we had some food, and then we came back home.
yes, so you have got the candidate with the blessings of the God in the Bhandara with, along with his prasad with your wife. That's great, really
Absolutely,
interesting.
absolutely.
What do you think the most important element of a successful job offer package?
A successful job offer package from the candidate's perspective, right, Dipti?
Yes, yes,
So see, I have been a part of the technology company throughout my career, and 80% of the technical guys, they look up to the technology. So what happens in big companies is they hire in bulk, like 200, 300 freshers every year. They get them on board, and for next 3 years they don't put them into project. Neither these freshers are able to see the code also for first 2 years or 3 years, and they're at a very low salary package. They primarily work on documentation, Excel sheets, and maintaining some document. If a technical guy goes to this, if someone who is very hardcore technical and his interest is into technicalities, probably what he does is he will not be able to sustain there in those kind of companies even for 3 months or 6 months. So technology is USP, and I being from an IT industry, we always keep technology as the first point and foremost point for any future candidate or even our existing employees, that the kind of growth that they are going to have on working those technologies is foremost. Technology. So we talk about technology as USP. We work on cutting edge technologies. We work on very niche technologies, and even if the salary is less for these technical guys, probably they will not leave the projects or the products that you're working on, even if someone is offering them 20%, 30% hike. So technology USP is one thing. Secondly is transparency, as I mentioned earlier. So whenever I'm hiring, even for freshers and lateral hires, I make them very clear and I make them understand very clear that we are not the big brands like TCS and Infosys and IBMs of the world. We don't have very huge buildings. We don't have colorful walls. We don't have overshaped chairs. We are a decent company with decent structure, and but lot of good technical projects and lot of growth, both in terms of money and in terms of technology. So these 2 points is what I make them understand and make them clear, and and also be honest to them that if you are looking for a brand name, if you are looking for big and fancy offices, probably we are not the right kind of company for you, and we can take a call right now. So making them understand what we are, what are our expectations from us, and what are their expectations from us. That expectations has to meet at one point of time. Then only probably both the company, the employer, and the employee will grow. And firstly, the technology that we talk about, and obviously money is important, and we are really good pay masters as far as technology is concerned and as far as the technical people are concerned. So we can compete with any of the mid-sized companies at our level as far as money is concerned. So money, growth in terms of money, in terms of technology, and working on technology projects. And then what we have done is uh, we have started a mantra called individualized corporation. So when we have done this mantra of individualized corporation, we have told all the employees that you all are CEOs of the company, and it's all your responsibility to make the company grow, to make the company go to next level in terms of revenue. So what happens is, when we give this kind of feelings to the employees themselves are talking to the clients about the new projects or some additional positions, and willing to make that project or their account grow. So these three things is what we have done, and what every I think most of the companies should do to minimize that negotiation.
Yes, these are the great mantras that employees should feel the part of organization. Everybody wants that. Yes, money is equally important. Growth is also important, but there are certain factors, and the human touch plays a vital role in onboarding any candidates for the recruiters and organization. So, as we come to the end of our insightful discussion, I want to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest Amitabh Chaturvedi for sharing his valuable expertise and insights on the challenges and solutions related to the candidate offer shopping. Amitabh, your wealth of experience has provided our audience with invaluable knowledge and strategies to navigate this complex process. Do you think that such platform called Offer Decline can really help recruiters and organizations in making better hiring decisions?
I am sure with so many. So this is a great concept that this is a great concept that Offer Decline has brought for the entire industry as far as the recruitment and as far as the onboarding and offer decline is concerned. This is something which has which is very striking and which should be striking to each and every company. And you have so many experts with your offer decline panel that if everyone comes up with one or two suggestions also, so there will be hundreds of panelists in your platform. So if I as a individual get 200 or 300 inputs, definitely if not 300 plus, definitely I'm going to include 10% or 20% of the inputs from all the various panelists and experts. So definitely it's going to help the companies and the recruiters. And also the concept is very nice, very phenomenal, and I would definitely like to see it how it gets involved in next couple of months, and I'm definitely going to keep a track on it, and probably would also like to get attached to it as and how we move ahead.
Great. Thank you so much, Amitabh. This is really helpful, and thank you for your kind words about this platform as well. Now, I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to all of our viewers for being part of this session, joining us today. So, we hope that you found this interview informative and thought provoking, and offering valuable perspective on tackling offer decline in the recruitment process. So I would request all the viewers, it's a, reminder for them that remember that offerdecline.com. We continue to strive towards creating a collaborative space where recruiters can share insights and overcome the challenges of offer decline. By working together and implementing effective strategies, we can optimize our recruitment process and achieve better outcomes for all parties involved. Finally, I would like to encourage our audience to visit our website offerdecline.com, where you can explore further resources and tools that can assist you in addressing offer decline challenges within your organization. Thank you once again, Amitabh, for your time and expertise. We genuinely appreciate your contribution to our interview series. And thank you to our audience for joining us. We look forward to bringing you more valuable discussions in the future.
Thanks, Dipti. Thank you so much for inviting me and letting me address your questions and queries. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.